Do Pisces men come back after the breakup with no contact? Have you been thinking about your Pisces ex-boyfriend and wondering if you might get him back? In this video, we are going to show you in full detail if Pisces men come back after a breakup. Your Pisces man will come back to you after a breakup. Because of his mutable energy, he will have second thoughts and might impulsively act on his decisions depending on what he feels. He would be open to coming back as long as he feels that you still want him back in your life. Pisces men are the very much introverted yet charming men of the Zodiac. Being a water sign, the Pisces man you're dating would probably be emotional and deeply intuitive to the point of being psychic. With his mutable modality, this makes him more open to change and going in with the flow. Pisces value emotion over logic, and he greatly lives in his fantasy world. Because of his innate intuition, this can make him attuned to higher or even spiritual dimensions. He might not believe that he can, but he will have an utmost advantage in sensing energies in his environment than other signs. In terms of love and dating style, he will be extremely romantic and might show his love to you through emotional intimacy and creative works. Pisces is a highly imaginative and creative sign that works well with beauty and art. During a breakup, he will certainly feel anguish and might experience melancholic episodes, although because his sign is ruled by the fish, which can go through easily to the tides of the ocean, he can move on quickly compared to his stable brother signs of Cancer and Scorpio. Let's take a look at the Pisces men in love and dating style. When a Pisces man is in love with you, he will certainly make you feel important and you will feel extremely cared for and lucky. Because of it, his hopeless romantic tendencies can kick in and he'll be extremely close and intimate with you. He might show his love or interest in you in several ways. Depending on what his creative outlet is, he might paint or give you his works. If he is artistic, he might bring you flowers that he picked from the garden. He will be deeply communicative and will ask questions about you. He prefers his date nights to include mushy-gushy emotional conversations that might help him know more about you. He can also prefer his date nights to be cozy and eccentric rather than doing the common going out to party kind of thing. Another good sign that is falling in love with you is the sudden long stares you get from him. Because Pisces is a natural daydreaming sign, his eyes will say it all. His doe eyes can melt and even magnetically attract you unto him. Because he is part of the water sign trio, you will certainly feel his protectiveness and loyalty. He will not be afraid to show his emotions to you. He will be empathetic and provide emotional and moral support to you, especially if you're having a rough time in life. Pisces man is emotional, yet go with the flow dating style is also reflected by the environment that you'll be meeting them in. You might see him wandering around in the cold streets of January daydreaming about life, and you'll still find him wildly interesting. His loving and emotional side can be otherworldly because he exhibits natural psychic and spiritual abilities. He might even have an interest in learning the esoteric and occult knowledge, which he might share his knowledge upon you. Overall, your Pisces man in love with you will be romantic. He will be extremely affectionate and might exhibit clinginess. He will be devoted and loyal. He will be giving and might compromise things just to make you happy. He is a spiritual soul who dreams and finds life as it is. Let's now see the Pisces men during a breakup. When the fun is over, he can be quick to express his melancholic emotions to his partner. He can be extremely emotional, but will only be up to a point because once he gets over it, he will be gone quickly, swiftly as the wind. Pisces man during a breakup will be all over his head. He will be in his fantasy world and the escape of the reality he's facing in. He will feel a lot of dark and brooding emotions. He will look the part of being the sad boyfriend. He will be withdrawn and will retreat to any form of escapism. Do not expect confrontations on this one. Conversations involving or regarding the breakup will be passive-aggressive. He will be distant for a time, and expect him to talk to you behind your back. This is his way of releasing his pent-up pain. You will feel his emotional detachment by being physically and emotionally distant with you. He might even ghost you or make you worry by being on leave for long periods. This is usually his time to recuperate and feel all the pain and sadness. He will be emotionally distant but not aggressive. He may still keep the peace and avoid confrontations by talking to you in some way. He might talk to you like a friend, but the emotional intimacy is dead up to that point. He might care for you in some way, but he will avoid any confrontations at all costs, and you will certainly have a hard time getting straight answers from him. this will only make you both feel frustrated. Now, my question is, can you get a Pisces man back? Yes, with the proper emotional intimacy and deeper understanding of his psyche, you can help your Pisces guy come to his senses and do his part in fixing a broken relationship. We are all made out of different sign combinations: the rising sign, the moon, Venus, and Mars. As a result, don't give up on your Pisces man. He might be more persistent and has inner stubbornness that you might not know about. Before we proceed and discuss 7 ways to get your Pisces man back, please hit the like button. 7 ways to get your Pisces man back. Number 1. Show your authentic feelings. Even if he tries to stray away and be emotionally detached, show him that he is worth it to be stayed around. Communicate calmly without any judgments or criticism, and show your authentic feelings about him. Tell him the ways he did that made you fall in love with him, share good memories, try to be sweet and calm, and not rush him in answering anything. This will make him think you understand his coping mechanism and will enable him to rethink the choices he made in your relationship. Do not fret, as he can also take initiative in apologizing. He is forgiving and thoughtful. Number 2. Do not force him to be with you. This goes for anybody, especially your Pisces man. Just like Sagittarius, he is a creative and imaginative dreamer who doesn't like to be constrained. As much as possible, give him personal space to recuperate and think, though. Try to be more understanding and patient. In this stage, do not try to force him with, instead, show him your words of encouragement and try to do romantic gestures on him. Number 3. Dig deep into his interests or hobbies. Genuinely support him by knowing the true essence of his work, whatever it may be his passion, career pursuit, topic, or knowledge he studies in. Try to befriend him and talk to him about these things. It will help him better understand that you truly love him and understand him. In this way, he'll be more inclined to show back the kindness you've given him. Number 4. Get him reacquainted in social events. As much as an introvert your Pisces man is, he would have a good time meeting new people who have different ideas as him, as such a small gathering or party where he can socialize instead of sulking up is necessary. Have fun in the process and let him meet the new you, the fun and sensual one who still chooses to be with him no matter what, regardless of how bad the breakup is. If the circumstances are right and he decides to be with you, he will be with you. Number 5. Actively listen to your Pisces man. The internal struggles your Pisces man is hard to deal with, because he domains the element of water. He will feel more things deeper than any other, and actively listening to him will help him sort out his emotions more. It is also important that you do not become impatient or be overbearing in letting him share his emotions. Instead, go with the flow and actively practice being mindful of what he is saying instead of being so quick to reply. Number 6. Flirt a little. Be open to fun and flirtatious conversation, be more sensual and try to show your sexy side to him, and be open to creating environments that will turn him on and might make his imagination wilder. In doing these, you are reigniting the spark of fantasy in his mind. Number 7. Make him your priority. Most importantly, apologize for the previous mistakes in the relationship. Ask him if he still wants to make this work, and if he says yes, keep the promise of making him secure and loved in the relationship. He will be substantially more open to restarting the relationship by showing him your thoughtful side, being more romantic, showing him that you have more common interests with him, being patient and understanding, and complimenting him genuinely. This will surely make your Pisces guy come back to you in no time. Let's find out why is Pisces the airy sign of the water signs. Pisces can be the most indecisive, unpredictable, and changeable water sign among the water sign trio, namely Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Those traits are commonly associated with the cool and breezy air signs. Alongside that, Pisces has the ability to feel extreme emotions while letting them flow through, a thing Cancer and Scorpio has a hard time doing, which creates feelings of resentment and grudges. This can even make Pisces have better compatibility with some fire signs, especially Sagittarius, due to their same interest, which can be about spirituality, philosophy, and higher knowledge due to both signs being ruled by Jupiter. It is also said that because Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac wheel, this sign carries and embodies all the aspirations and personality traits of all the zodiac signs. which means Pisces will be able to naturally blend in and connect mutually and genuinely to all kinds of people. Pisces is a changeable sign who likes to change. Because of the mutable energy the sign holds, he will most likely be adaptable in any situation given to him, which makes him cope better than Cancer and Scorpio, who often hold on to their sentiments and the past pretty easily. It is also important to take note that many astrologers have pointed out that mutable signs Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces are the signs that get along pretty well, unlike cardinal and fixed signs who will almost have a hard time getting along. This is what makes Pisces the most airy water sign, not because its element is air, but mostly because of its mutability and certain characteristics that make it seem more detached emotionally than water signs. Let's connect with your Pisces man's emotion while detaching it. Feel it but let it flow. That is the primary motto of Pisces, because he has a reputation for being a hopeless romantic and a heartbreaker. The best way to get back with your Pisces man is to match his level of emotional intimacy while staying detached about the situation. If he doesn't feel like their kind of magic is useful where they are, he will naturally seek out where it will be. If he doesn't want to be with you anymore, he might not stay in touch with you. For more romantic advice videos, please subscribe to our channel.